Welcome to the Tejswi IP Show. In this podcast, we dive into the world of intellectual property, like patents, copyright, trademark, geographical indication design, also analyze the recent event in IP world. Today, we're bringing you some of the really compelling patent news from around the globe. We're going to focus specifically on what's happening at the cutting edge, AI, biotech, pharmaceuticals.
Energy storage too, right? That's huge.
Exactly, energy storage, and also the ever-evolving landscape of international patent fights, litigation. We've been keeping a really close eye on these updates, and yeah, we're excited to share what we think are the most important takeaways and maybe some of the deeper implications for you.
Yeah, it's genuinely fascinating, isn't it? Watching how innovation is unfolding across these really critical sectors. What our team here at Tejswi IP has been seeing is how IP protections, patents especially, they aren't just sort of reacting anymore. They're actively shaping what's coming next.
Shaping the future, yeah.
Totally. So we'll explore some recent patent grants, dive into some pretty significant litigation.
Okay, and really try to dissect what these developments mean, for companies, for whole industries, and kind of the broader tech landscape.
So it's like a shortcut to understanding the big strategic moves happening right now in IP.
Exactly. Think of it like that.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting with some really exciting news from the world of AI. Cognizant's AI lab, they've been making some serious strides.
Oh, yeah.
Secured 2 new U.S. patents just recently. That brings their total now to, get this, 59 U.S. patents.
59, wow.
And they've got 23 more currently pending. Just think about that pace of innovation for a second.
That's pretty aggressive.
It really is. It's not just about, building AI anymore. It feels like it's about owning the actual building blocks of AI itself.
And that's what's truly eliminating here, I think. The specific nature of these patents. They aren't just like patenting an AI that writes poems or something.
Right, not just the application layer. Exactly. They're covering these really technical foundational areas. Like one patent covers the multi-objective coevolution of deep neural network architectures.
Okay, say that again slowly. Multi-objective.
Oh yeah, it's a mouthful. Multi-objective coevolution of deep neural network architectures. Basically, it's about how AI can design itself to get better.
Oh.
Faster, more efficient, but across several different goals at the same time. And another one focuses on optimizing loss functions for AI training.
Right.
That's essentially about teaching the AI to learn more accurately, fine-tuning how it measures its own mistakes and corrects them. So you connect this to the bigger picture, and you see companies like Cognizant moving beyond just applying AI. They're patenting the kind of the underlying methods that make AI smarter and more powerful.
The core mechanics.
Precisely. Owning the foundational tech, you could almost say the DNA of how AI learns and evolves.
Absolutely. And it's interesting because it's not just about locking down inventions with patents, is it? Cognizant also launched an open source release, their Neuro AI Multi-Agent Accelerator platform.
Right, I saw that.
Plus their RHEA project that uses evolutionary AI to sort of enhance human expertise. It won a gold award at the GECCO 2025 conference. So you're seeing both things happening, really strong IP protection, and these significant contributions back to the wider AI community.
It's a fascinating dual approach, isn't it?
It really is.
But doesn't that create a sort of strategic tension? How do you balance giving enough away to build a community without completely undermining your core IP position?
That's a brilliant question. And that's where you see this really sophisticated strategy unfolding. Securing those core methodology patents, but also doing open source contributions. It puts a company like Cognizant in a really unique spot in this rapidly expanding AI space.
How so?
Well, think of it like this. For years, tech companies built amazing cars, right? And patented the cars.
But Cognizant's latest patents are more like patenting the actual design of the engine itself, or even the process for building the assembly line. They own the fundamental mechanisms.
Ah, I see. Deeper down the stack.
Exactly. Then, by open sourcing platforms around that patented core, they're not just protecting your innovation, they're actively shaping the ecosystem that uses their tech.
So they encourage others to build on their foundation.
Precisely. It encourages other developers to build on top of their framework, which makes it incredibly hard for competitors to catch up unless they play by Cognizant's rules or, completely reinvent the wheel.
That creates quite a barrier, a competitive moat.
A formidable one, yeah. It ensures they're right at the heart of future AI development, not just another player. It's a really clever strategic move, dominating through both control and collaboration.
Okay, let's pivot now. from the digital world of AI to something, well, truly life-changing potential here. Biotechnology and pharmaceuticals. Life sciences. We've seen software getting smarter, but imagine protecting breakthroughs that could actually prevent diseases like cancer.
The ultimate goal for so much research.
Exactly, and that's what's happening. Our team's been tracking developments from Anixa Biosciences. They recently got a new U.S. patent. Let me get the number. Patent up 12,370,244.
Okay.
It's for their breast cancer vaccine technology.
Okay, a cancer vaccine patent. That's huge news.
So potentially transformative, right?
Absolutely. And what's crucial about this patent, why it's such a big deal, is its scope and its duration. It extends IP protection all the way out to the 2040s.
The 2040s?
Yeah. For immunizing patients using a composition that contains human α-lactalbumin protein. So this isn't just, a patent on one specific vaccine formula.
It's broader than that.
Much broader. It's like they've secured the very biological mechanism of prevention. See, this alpha-lactalbumin protein, it's normally found in healthy breast tissue during lactation, but crucially, it's often absent in cancerous tissue. So Anixa's innovation uses this protein to basically train the body's immune system. Train it to recognize and attack those very early nascent cancer cells before the disease really takes hold.
So it's truly preventative.
That's the aim. And securing a patent on the composition and its use for immunization, not just a final product, that gives Anixa almost a 2-decade head start on this fundamental approach.
That's incredible leverage.
It really is. It massively advances the possibilities for cancer prevention and treatment for decades to come. And it just underscores the immense value of getting that long-term, sustained IP protection for these life-saving innovations.
It gives them the breathing room they need for development and trials, I suppose.
Exactly. That runway is vital in drug discovery. It keeps the immediate competitive pressure off while they do the hard work.
That's a staggering long-term play, protecting a fundamental pathway like that.
Okay.
And then there's Kiora Pharmaceuticals. They got a U.S. patent granted for something called KIO-104.
Ah, yes, Kiora, ocular diseases.
Right. And what's interesting here, again, seems to be the sheer breadth of the protection they secure. Like they really thought about covering all the angles.
Indeed. This KIO-104 patent, it's a perfect textbook example of how you do comprehensive IP strategy in pharma. It doesn't just protect the drug's chemical structure, which, is pretty standard.
Right.
It actually extends protection to its delivery methods, specific formulations, and its broad therapeutic applications for treating various eye diseases.
So structure, delivery, formulation, and use.
The whole package. This kind of multifaceted coverage is absolutely vital in the pharma world. Imagine you're a competitor trying to get around this. You can't just tweak the chemical structure slightly. You can't just change how it's delivered into the eye. You can't even target a slightly different eye disease with the same base compound.
Without potentially infringing.
Exactly. This comprehensive approach is specifically designed to stop competitors from easily developing workarounds. It ensures Kiora has a really strong market position for years in this therapeutic area.
So it's about protecting the innovation from, every conceivable angle.
Pretty much. Makes it much harder for anyone else to just copy or slightly modify their work. It establishes a really clear competitive advantage.
Okay, so we've talked about owning the building blocks of AI, protecting life-saving vaccines. But here's where it gets, potentially messy, right? The global arena of patent litigation.
The battleground.
Yeah. These innovations, like that cancer vaccine or KIO-104, they don't just appear smoothly on the market. They often face intense scrutiny, not just from regulators, but definitely from competitors.
Always.
Which leads us straight into these often fierce global patent fights. Our team at Tejswi IP has been tracking a pretty significant battery patent battle that's unfolding over in Germany.
Battery tech, yeah. Huge area right now.
Involves China's ATL, that's Ningde Amperex Technology, and their competitor, Cognizant. They're battling over crucial lithium-ion battery technology. These cases seem to be getting more and more common as global competition just heats up.
Absolutely. And this particular German case, the federal patent court there upheld a patent held by ATL against Cognizant, and this is important, with restrictions.
Okay, with restrictions. What does that mean practically? The patent isn't dead, but...
Exactly. It means the patent wasn't invalidated entirely, but its scope, the range of things it protects, was narrowed in some way, which can still be really significant when it comes to enforcing it.
Right.
And this isn't just some, localized German ruling that stays in Germany, its implications are much wider. It could impact upcoming infringement appeals, and it's actually part of a much larger ongoing series of legal fights spanning the U.S. and China as well.
Wow, so it's truly international.
Oh, yeah. It really showcases how these IP disputes often send ripples across multiple countries, making the legal strategy incredibly complex.
Especially for something like battery tech.
Especially then. The stakes just couldn't be higher when you think how critical batteries are becoming for, well, everything. EVs, phones, grid storage.
So losing a key patent fight in one country
Can severely cripple your ability to compete globally. Yeah.
So if this German ruling affects future appeals, what are the sort of practical implications for these companies? Are we talking about, like, stopping sales, huge fines, or something even more fundamental?
It could be all of the above.
And how do companies operating globally even manage these incredibly complex, multi-front legal battles? It sounds like, I don't know, global legal chess or something.
It absolutely is a high-stakes chess match. A ruling like this, even one with restrictions, really underscores the immense complexity and the global reach of patent enforcement today. For companies in these super competitive fields like batteries, you don't just need a strong patent portfolio, you also have to be prepared to navigate wildly different legal systems.
Different rules, different procedures.
Totally different. And be ready for long, drawn-out, multi-country disputes. A ruling like this, even narrowed, could still lead to injunctions stopping sales in a key market like Germany. It could lead to massive damages award.
Or force them to license the tech.
Or force a competitor into a licensing deal, yeah. All of which fundamentally changes market share and who's leading technologically. It's not just about having the best product anymore.
It's about defending your right to sell it.
Effectively defending your right to that product worldwide. Companies need really sophisticated legal teams and proactive IP strategies just to anticipate and respond to these global challenges, because one bad ruling in one place can start a domino effect globally. It can really dictate who wins and who loses in the race for these crucial technologies.
Okay, and shifting focus slightly, but still on the legal framework side. Finally, our team at Tejswi IP is also keeping a very close eye on what's happening in India.
Ah, India.
Yeah. There are ongoing discussions in legal circles that are specifically about procedural fairness when it comes to patent amendments. Now, this might sound a bit niche, perhaps.
Maybe sounds dry, but it's crucial.
Exactly. It's crucial for ensuring a reliable, predictable patent system, not just for local inventors, but for businesses everywhere looking to protect innovations in a huge, growing market like India.
It raises this incredibly important question about the sort of underlying legal plumbing, the frameworks that govern IP. You look at recent reversals in some notable cases. There are ones involving Dong Yang and Srinivas Jagannathan, and they really highlight this ongoing critical debate. It's about how patent applications and amendments get handled procedurally.
So not about whether the invention itself is patentable, but the process.
Exactly. It's about the rules of the game, the steps involved in getting a patent granted or changing it later. The big concern is making sure there's fairness, transparency, and predictability in the system.
Which inventors and businesses need, right?
Absolutely. If you're an inventor or a business, you need to know the process is fair, that the rules won't just change on you unexpectedly. These sort of nuances of procedural law can massively impact whether your patent is ultimately granted, and if it is, whether it's actually enforceable down the line.
So a procedural hiccup could undermine the whole thing.
It could. It determines whether your rights are truly protected or if they're left vulnerable because of some technicality in the process. Ultimately, it's about building confidence in the system itself.
Yeah.
That's vital for encouraging innovation, for attracting foreign investment.
Because uncertainty scares people off.
Exactly. Uncertainty in procedure can be a real deterrent, even if you have the most amazing, groundbreaking invention.
Okay, so bringing this all together, what does this mean for you, listening in, someone interested in navigating this really dynamic world of intellectual property?
We've covered a lot, haven't we? From these advanced AI patenting strategies that are literally shaping future intelligence systems,
to life-saving vaccine protections that could prevent diseases for decades.
The complexity of these high-stakes global tech battles in energy storage.
And even the nuts and bolts of patent law itself, like refining procedures to ensure fair play for innovators.
It's a landscape that's moving incredibly fast, and, well, staying informed feels more important than ever. I think the key takeaway, really, is just how dynamic and interconnected all this is. Intellectual property, patents, they're not just static legal documents collecting dust somewhere.
Right. They're active tools.
Powerful living tools that are actively shaping innovation, defining competition, and, as we saw with the vaccines, directly impacting public health worldwide. Understanding these developments really gives you that shortcut, like you said, to being well-informed about the absolute cutting edge of tech and business. And crucially, how the legal frameworks are either enabling or sometimes hindering progress.
They're not isolated incidents, are they? They're all threads in this big global tapestry of innovation and, well, strategic advantage.
Perfectly put.
It seems clear that whether you're actually working on AI algorithms yourself or developing new medical treatments or maybe pushing the boundaries of energy storage, IP is fundamentally at the core. Protecting innovation, leveraging innovation.
It's central.
And the speed, the global reach of these patent developments, it just seems to be accelerating, making it even more critical to understand the shifts and how they might affect your own industry or maybe just your own interests.
Yeah, absolutely. And we really encourage you listening to think about how these rapid advancements in IP will keep reshaping industries, how they'll challenge the legal precedents we have now, and ultimately how they'll bring about the new technologies that impact all our daily lives.
What new legal questions pop up as AI gets woven into everything?
Exactly. Or as biotech keeps pushing the boundaries of what we even thought was possible in medicine, it's a fascinating future to consider, and IP is going to be right there at the very heart of it.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more upcoming episodes.
And for reliable and expert intellectual property legal services, contact TJGI IP today or log on to www.tjsweep.com. Our team of experienced attorneys is dedicated to helping individuals and businesses safeguard their intellectual property rights in the digital age.